Yesterday there was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane.
Hello, welcome back to Life of My Wife, and happy...
It is not Happy Saturday.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. See this? I had my toque on again. That only means one thing. Only one thing. Only in Winnipeg, Manitoba. Probably Saskatchewan too, but it is minus 15 degrees this morning for our American friends. 5 degrees Celsius or Fahrenheit. Yeah, not impressed. We're supposed to be in the pluses, snow melting away. Now, mind you, we have been getting rid of some snow. It is slowly going, which is nice. Now, the bonus side of it being this cold is we don't have a muddy puppy.
Yep. Yep.
Although it hasn't been bad.
Not yet.
Our yard, we don't have any bare spots, so it just basically has wet feet when he comes in.
Yeah, but...
Not so much mud.
Until he gets over in front of, like, by the base of the house, and he'll sometimes like to dig a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
He is a dog. That's what doggies do.
And as he says, who you call dog?
Yeah, I know.
He says, I real boy.
Yes. We have a real, well, not an exciting day, but an exciting evening.
Yeah.
Where we are having a couple over that we have not had over.
Ever. A young couple from our church.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're expecting their first baby, and so it's exciting.
Yeah, have them over, play some games. We just, every Saturday night it's a company and game night, as everybody knows. So I will say though, and I don't know if you've already talked to her, we may or may not have content because we're not sure how comfortable they'll be with.
Oh no, I have.
Oh, okay.
I told her that we make videos every Saturday.
Okay, and she was fine with that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Because not every, not everybody that we hang with like to be on camera, which we respect that. So.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's good.
Yep. So.
Okay. You talk. I'll drive because we need to get to.
Yes, we do.
To breakfast or lunch or whatever you want to call it.
Are you starving?
Hey.
Are you starving?
You know what? It's one of those mornings where I'm not like absolutely got to get there. I'm hungry. I'm hungry, but not.
Yeah. Can you put my butt warmer on?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, mine on either.
Okay.
I had them shut off for the last week.
Anyways, yeah. So we're gonna go to Denny's. My choice today. I don't know. I just it's the way that we're going.
Are we still gonna go to Denny's?
Yeah, we can go to Denny's. It's fine. Yeah. Just what places that I want to go. We can go to Denny's and then kind of work from there. So that's what we're gonna do.
Well, we just take the outer perimeter.
Yeah.
It's funny. It's a longer distance, but a shorter drive time.
Yeah. So we're gonna go to Denny's and then. We're going to a bakery that is it's called Cinnaholics, I think it's called.
It is.
Yeah, and we got dessert for tonight, and I can't wait to show you.
Yeah, I went online and pre-ordered what we ordered. I won't say what we ordered because you'll see them.
Yeah, I'm excited. Well, clearly we ordered cinnamon buns because that's what the bakery is, but we'll show you what they are.
It's sugar on sugar on sugar.
Oh yeah. So yeah, we're gonna go there, and then we will go down to Pembina Highway, and I need Dollar Tree. There's a huge pothole. Holy crappity poo! That was a big one.
Unlike you, dear, I see the pothole.
Who blew 3 out of 4 tires?
Okay, we're not going to get into that conversation.
I didn't blow 3 out of 4 tires.
That wasn't a pothole, though, either.
We'll explain that story.
Anyways.
So, anyway, I have to go to Dollar Tree because I've been doing some crafting projects like off camera as well. And last night when I couldn't sleep at 2 in the morning, I went, I know what I want to do with that one that I thought I was finished.
And guess what, folks? When she does that at 2 in the morning, it costs me money.
So, what I thought I would do, since I have the one part done that I thought I was done, I'll do the rest of it with you guys. So,
should we tell them the scary news from the other day?
oh Lord. Exactly. He was watching.
Yeah.
We got a message yesterday from our daughter Brittany that our grandson was at daycare and he choked on an apple, and the babysitter actually had to like save him.
Yeah.
He was choking.
He was choking.
Like, yeah, it was. So anyways, we so I messaged the babysitter, because we know the babysitter. She her husband and his brother grew up with Kevin, and I've known them since I was a teenager.
Yeah.
So I messaged the babysitter and said thank you, and how much we appreciate you and everything. And Aston's response was, I make a mess, because he threw up after she, I think, did the Heimlich on him.
Yeah.
So all he cared about was that he had made a mess. So, and then he said that apples are his enemies now, and went about playing.
Yeah. And he'll probably, not that he'll forget, but I'm sure he'll go back to eating apples.
Well, Brittany did the same thing about that age. We were at my mom's, and Brittany thought Grandma's hard candies looked mighty tasty while Mummy was in the shower.
Yeah.
And I had to, when I came out, I think what happened was I probably startled her, and she was like, oh, I gotta finish this quickly because Mummy got me.
Yeah.
And so with that, she kind of inhaled it, and I had to, like, bang on her and get it off and whatever. Anyways, so, and I don't think she remembers that.
No,
so,
she was fairly young.
Yeah, so, anyways. Yes.
So we did, we sent the
babysitter some flowers. She was scared to death, and the fact that the rest of her children in the daycare witnessed it, right? So it was scary. So we just I said to her, you just make sure that you tell Aston that those flowers are from you.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah. So, yeah. So I want to go to Dollar Tree.
Yeah.
We're gonna go to Value Village and the grocery store.
Yeah.
So we
That's cool. We gotta get some ingredients.
Mike and Katie are coming over as well. So there'll be 6 of us. And Katie and I went swimming yesterday. And I said to her, I don't know what I want to make for supper tomorrow night. You gotta help me out. So as we're swimming, she's like, why don't we do personal pizzas? And I'm like, you know what? Let's make a pizza bar.
Yeah.
So that's what we're gonna do. And we'll just, everybody can just kind of put whatever they want on theirs. And yeah, so that's what we're gonna do. And Caesar salad.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, anyways, we will catch back up with you in a bit. Change of plans already.
We have the weirdest power grid in Winnipeg. These lights are working.
Yeah.
These lights are working. The lights up by Chicken Chef are not. We pulled into Denny's. The whole building place has no power.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice it. And then when we were coming back out, I noticed their big billboard, their big
Yeah.
price signs aren't lit up.
So now we're on the hunt for a restaurant that's not going to take 2 hours to get our food.
Wow. There's,
Yeah.
because I want breakfast. It doesn't matter. So there's a pancake house on McGillivray. Or we can just go to Humpty's again.
Go to Humpty's.
Yeah.
Safe bet. We'll go to Humpty's again.
I get more bacon. I do. Denny's is a ripoff on their bacon.
Yeah, Sal's is good and Humpty's is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can get gas out there before we
Yes.
head out.
You mean take a loan out to get gas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am fortunately, we are lucky that we
Oh.
bought the car.
Yepers.
Because at least when we put gas in it, now it's like we're filling up an SUV with the price.
Yeah. Exactly. We used to drive minivans when the kids were little. We couldn't do it now.
No,
Like,
putting $40 in the van was like putting $20 in a car.
yeah.
And you get the same amount of kilometers out of it. But it's just the van used that much more gas.
Yeah, it was crazy. So, all right, we're gonna go back to Humpty's where we went last week. Catch up with you later. We just went to Indigo. And guess what? It wasn't my idea.
Well, I suggested it because we had to burn a little time.
So that Indigo store seems to be the only one in the city that has a good variety of my craft magazines. So, yeah. And if you saw that look on Kevin's face, it was because we were trying to pull into this driving spot and there was a lady standing literally right in the middle of the road.
On her phone.
On her phone, standing in the middle of the road, just standing there. Then she finally looked back and went. So anyway, we are picking up our cinnamon buns right there.
It's a small space, so I can put my mask on.
Yeah. So
It's funny because people are, as much as we've gone without, wearing these, there's still a lot of people wearing them.
Yep.
And in small spaces, I think it's just, it's prudent to wear them.
Yeah. So. All right.
All right, we'll be back.
All right. And I'll be back too. Well, we just came out of Value Village. I meant to take yous out and have yous walk around with us, and I forgot. I just started walking around and forgot all about yous. Sorry. I got a few things. We didn't find any Scentsies today, but that's okay.
No, it's fine because you spent enough at the dollar store.
Yeah, so we're gonna go home, show you what we got. That sun is really hot coming in here. Can you turn my butt warmer off?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna go home, show you what we got, and then bring you along for the dinner and games night. We'll see you when we get home. All right, we're home. Got a haul.
Anybody want a wife? I'm ready to get rid of her.
He's driving me nuts today.
I'm allowed to.
No.
Marriage license says right on it.
No.
We're just having one of those days. We're agreeing to disagree.
He's driving me nuts.
Just like the argument we had over the cinnamon buns. I don't know if they gotta go in the fridge. And I don't really care because we're eating them later.
Yeah. It was no argument. It was just a shut up and just. All right.
Okay.
Here, let's do this first.
Well, I was going to say they're right in front of you.
Oh, okay,
Start off. All right, we got these delicious mini cinnamon rolls, buns, whatever you want to call them.
And they have icing and maple drizzle.
Maple drizzle. So you could pick your icing flavor topping and whatever else you want on it.
Yeah, any
And-
toppings at all.
Yeah.
Yum, yum, yum. So we got 12 and a half.
Yeah, not that we're gonna eat them all.
Nope.
We better. They better eat 2 a piece. Okay, they were expensive.
Yes.
I get it, but it's a specialty place. It's not like going to the superstore or the grocery store getting them.
No.
But they were $34.50. $34.50.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
And I mean, if we wanted something like this, it wouldn't be that pricey because we would share like a regular one or something. So,
Yeah.
you know, if they're $5 or $6
Yeah.
a piece, we would share one.
Well, we would, and it's not something we do all the time.
No.
Like this is we're having
The
these
last
people
the
over.
last woohoo that we did with a special thing was that cheesecake.
Yes.
So,
Yeah,
yeah.
and cheesecake in general is expensive, so
Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
You wanted to show
Here.
your magazine.
So we went to Indigo,
Indigo.
like I had showed, and they had a whole bunch of different,
They did this time, yeah.
different.
$29.99 is what it ended up costing.
Oh, was it? Okay. Yeah, they had a whole bunch of different magazines to choose from, and here, I'll let you show
But I
the-
think the biggest thing is to keep in mind what you get in these, right?
Oh yeah.
Like this embossing folder alone would be $10.
Yeah. Exactly.
At wherever. All these stamps, you're looking
Oh.
probably anywhere between, I say $12 to $15 they would charge for,
No more than that.
would they?
Oh
So,
yeah.
Yeah. And then,
Yeah.
of course, the magazine itself.
Yeah. So.
I just,
And this is a theme that I have nothing. Like I don't have any of this,
Yeah.
so.
it's
I'm-
funny. So in US, it's $22.99.
Mhm.
Canada, it's $26.50. And then Australia, it's $23.99. Yeah.
All right. So that was that.
That was Indigo. Okay. We do Dollar Tree.
Okay.
Let me just have a peruse over the. Everything's $1.25.
Okay. I found a new item.
Yeah. Well, can I give them the total first?
Yes,
here?
you can.
See, once again, she's cutting me off. Just
I'm
like
the
she
bo-
was in the store.
I'm the boss.
$51.98.
I found a new product.
Yeah.
So, I love my paint markers, but they're all a thicker tip. And I found
How
these
many did
ones.
you get? You got like.
I don't know.
Just count them because I don't need to show them.
3, 4, 5,
I don't need to show every color.
I got 7 and they were all, and so I got what colors they
So
had.
7 of those. She got like all different types of color.
Yeah.
Pink, blue, yellow, orange. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's exciting.
Flowers. So
Oh my gosh.
she's like,
Here, let me just.
no, you just keep it or just show it. Yeah.
Yeah.
There
I
you go.
just
She
I got.
a whole crap load of flowers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You will see the crafts that I'm making.
She got 2 of these. That's just for the flowers.
Yeah.
Um,
Some moss
yeah.
and some wooden Easter eggs.
Yeah.
Two sets of those.
I only need one.
Yeah.
They don't. We can tell them we
It's
got.
cool, though,
We go
'cause-
through this every weekend.
It's cool though because I grabbed 2.
Yeah.
Didn't even look, but I grabbed one boy and one girl.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah.
And then I got this one. And I never keep these signs the way that I buy them. I always redo something of them.
No.
That one.
Oops! I hit the camera. Well,
And then I got 2 of these.
2 of these.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So that was Dollar Tree. Next was Value Village. Value Village.
So grand total there was 41.12. Oh yeah, this. Okay, so Kelly got some
Embossing folders.
Embossing folders.
And
$12.99.
And yes, they are brand new. Yes, they are Cuttlebug. But there is 2 in the package. So,
yeah.
you know, at $6.50 each, that is a decent price. So.
Okay. Now, man, you paid too much for that. $7.99.
So this is kind of really cool because I've never seen these before. These are brads, which I have hundreds of, but these ones are like little plastic. They're really cool.
Yeah, and they're only worth $1 to begin with.
And then probably not. No, they're $5 because they're from a store. There's prices on this.
Yeah, $1.
Oh, that one. Okay, but this one is $5, so they've taken the price. So I got some flowers.
Yeah. You still paid too much for it.
Yeah, I know. And I got
a dollar store paper pad.
No, these ones aren't. These ones are from the craft store.
Well, whatever.
$6.99. Yeah. So, no, the original price was $6.99 for these. So this is from that's not a dollar store one.
Whatever. Anyways, we got 2 more of these glasses.
Yes.
They were $4.99.
And one more bag, $5.99.
$5.99.
And it's got some more of my flowers that I love. And another paper pad. All right.
Okay,
one more
thing. Some to make doggy biscuits and a recipe. It's got a recipe book and everything in it.
Yep, and the cookie cutters and
yeah.
And it was $6.99 and it was brand new, and that is like, to me that's decent.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. 40. I said 41.12. We still spent too much money again. It's cheaper just to lock my wife up. Stop having people over.
No, that will never happen.
Okay, Wally World. Homer! Yeah. One thing, and I don't know if everybody else is noticing this, Canada or anywhere, there really is a shortage on their great value items.
Yeah.
There is. I mean, obviously, that either just hard to get them or whatever. It's not like stuff is still getting to the stores. It's just certain things. Anyways, Frito Hoops $4.47.
Here in Canada, we have Fritos, but we have barbecue and we have plain.
Yeah.
That's it.
We used to be at one time. They did come out, and they were a short time. Were the chili ones, the chili cheese, not like the ones they have in the States. They were like I don't know. Anyways, we had them for a while, then they disappeared.
Yep.
Humpty Dumpty. Party Mix. Those were $3.27. Pretzels, Gold $4.27. Croutons. These are Caesar ones. We're having these tonight for supper. $2.97. Ranch dressing, $2.17. And this is one of the products I was talking about. They had the small bottoms. They did bottoms. Small bottles. They did not have any great value. The big bottles of great value dressings. Thick bologna. Oh, that's expensive. $5.97 for that.
Yep.
But I know you like it.
Once in a while.
Yeah. So the ham for tonight. I don't know. I got 2 of them, but I don't know if we'll actually have to use 2 of them for tonight. Just because there's only 6 of us. It's not, once we cut it up. So they're $3 a piece. Bacon was $4.77. So their bacon has gone up and down. Although they're down to 375 grams. I'm pretty sure they were at 500 grams. That's why we used to buy them.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, now they're down to 375. So that's typical for companies to do that. Pepperoni was $6.47. Mushrooms $2.47. Already chopped up. Sweet tomatoes. Kelly's gonna be cutting those up $3.97.
Well, yeah, because I like Roma's, but they looked.
Oh, they were all, they all looked up. Pizza mozzarella.
It's right there.
Right there, great value. $14.98 for 1 kilogram. Whoops. Moved
He just
everybody.
hit you.
Eggs, $3.98 for the extra large.
Yeah.
They're going up. Pineapple juice was $1.27. That's for our drinks tonight. Oh, you get dinged on 3 cents on that too. That's a ripoff. Beatrice milk. They were $1.60 a piece. Got 2 of them. I was gonna get a 2 liter, but it expired in like 3 days. Lemonade was 78 cents. Just the great value, no name. And the Minute Maid, that was 87 cents. We'll just throw them in the fridge along with the other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
To do red onion.
If it was any closer, it would bite you.
Well, I couldn't reach it. You were closer.
Sure you could.
That was $1.26. YFM organic. It must be the spinach. Yeah. That was $4.47. Ginger ale 97 cents. Oh, it's sitting over there.
Oh, it's a 2 liter.
It's just a 2 liter of the great value. White rye bread was all $1.97. Yeah. Well, they can see it. It's right there. Nothing exciting. That's it. Grand total, $95.97 for that small amount of groceries.
Yep. Oh, on our way to breakfast this morning, I had said, we were joking about how you blew 3 out of 4 tires.
Oh.
You got to tell the story.
I was heading up to go pick Hannah up from cadet camp 2018. And they were doing construction on the highway. It was going up number 8. Problem was, they had all these cutouts along the way. Problem is, it was a Sunday when, was it a Sunday I was going up?
Friday night.
Saturday, Friday. I can't, anyway.
It was Friday night.
They did not put enough gravel in the cutouts. So there was a lip, and it was hard to see it, but there was a lip at least 2.5, 3 inches.
Or more.
And there was no signs for reducing the speed, because when they do construction on a highway, they're supposed to put the highway at a state that you can do the posted speed limit to drive safely. Well, they hadn't put anything, so I never even thought anything about it. Yeah, I hit that and I blew 3 tires out of 4 and bent the rims and everything.
The funny thing was, our grandson was with them, and he was only...
Well, it was 2018. That was 4 years ago.
So he was 7.
6, 7. Yeah.
And so he was in the car, and Kevin got out to talk to the tow truck driver. But I said, "Did Papa say any bad words?" He goes, "I don't know, Grandma. He was outside and I was inside."
I had a few choice words, but yeah, I had to refrain because I did have Lloyd in the car. But I wasn't the only one.
No.
I was not the only one that hit that spot.
No.
So I called the insurance company, and it was absolutely useless to put a claim in with them because they prorate the rubber, the rims, you know, where I replaced them for, I don't know, $500 or $600. Well, my deductible at the time was $500. So I would have got jack crap. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
And,
Because,
and the construction people, they
well, the only thing that you could hope for is the insurance company, well, MPI here in Manitoba, the Manitoba Public Insurance, to go after said construction company, but that would take forever.
Yep.
It would take forever for that to happen. So, yeah, I ended up, I had new tires and rims. I think were around $1,500 on my old car.
Yeah. Not happy.
And then, not even a year later, dear, why don't you tell people what you did?
I don't know.
Oh, to the rear tire.
I don't know.
Oh, you forget.
I
You got a
do.
forgetful mind.
I
Yeah,
do.
you took a chunk out of the tire.
Oh. I don't remember.
My wife has a habit of hitting curbs.
I don't
And
have
it
a habit. I don't have a habit. No. And quite honestly, I don't even have a habit of driving anymore. I have literally drove the car like 3 times
Three or four times.
in the last 2 years. I never drive. Never.
No.
I don't need to.
Because when she goes out with Dorothy. Dorothy always has the car.
Or Katie. Or you. So I never have to.
Yeah. Yeah, she's going to have to drive a week from Monday in the morning. I have my eye specialist. So I can't drive right after because I got to put sunglasses on. It's too bright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right, we got to get this cleaned up and start prepping foods for supper.
Yeah. See you in a bit.
All right, Brody wants to open his gift, right? Yeah. All right. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, look. Oh my goodness. Yeah. See, there's a cookie cutter and another. Look at this one's for kitties. You gonna eat kitties too? Okay. And there's doggies. Yep. And a cookbook. You're welcome. Totally forgot to show you what we're having for supper. We made a pizza bar.
Those channels are
All these
genre
yummy.
specific.
Yeah. Everyone's playing the hot new song.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is that?
This
is about,
yummy desserts.
Well, no, he's looking at the movie that we
A
watched.
movie called The Circle. They embark on a groundbreaking
Which is why we are the West. Nope, that makes no sense.
So
We are the West. We should
We
be.
are the West, but on their maps
We're
the east.
Yeah.
So in this
Hadn't
game,
thought of that.
you will be
Yeah.
given a ticket
Okay.
that has a name of a city,
Mhm.
and your goal is to connect one city from each of the colors. So you'll be given one of each color, and we will all be trying to connect all 5 of our cities.
Okay.
Okay.
So on
To
you.
each other, or like to
So
some
we'll
form
get
of
there in a
line.
second.
Yeah.
So we're going to start out the game where someone will place their starting point.
Okay.
How dare I?
And each time you play, you may play either 2 single routes. So as you notice on the board, these single lines, you play 2 of those, or you can play
One double.
one double route,
Which is a tunnel.
which is a tunnel or a mountain pass or a bridge,
Yeah.
depending on. So treacherous territory costs more.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
So that is the general play of the game.
Okay.
Now, so for example, if I'm heading down here to Denver.
And I'm guessing you always need to connect to a
And you
previous
have
route.
to, you have to stay connected to yourself initially. So let's say that Michael's route over here, one of us can connect between the two. And now you can both play anywhere off of that chain.
Okay.
So eventually we all end up connected.
Right.
Okay.
So sometimes you can get someone else to do the heavy lifting that'll then on my next turn I can go, oh look, I'm in Salt Lake City.
Yeah.
Bingo. You know, so that's basically what we're trying to do.
Yep.
Sometimes you'll get lucky with the pick of the draw of how close your cities are. Because, like, if you get, like, San Diego, Phoenix, Santa Fe,
Yeah.
that's
beautiful.
great. However,
It's
you may
expensive,
also end
but-
up with Buffalo and Jacksonville.
Yeah. Let's go
And,
with Duluth and El Paso. Thank you.
And the first move is just choosing where to start.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you don't want to necessarily start too close to one of your cities because of the fact that you then need to also, like...
Truthfully, it really doesn't matter where you start.
No, yeah.
But and then sometimes you end up with everyone starting really close to each other, so you end up getting connected early. Sometimes you'll have someone that starts out on the West Coast, and then nobody does any work on the West Coast.
Yeah.
And then they're all alone for the longest time.
Yeah.
So this game is played over multiple rounds.
Right. Okay.
So the game ends when the first person falls off the track. So the scoring is at the end. The person who goes out and has connected all their cities, they stay wherever they're at on the track. Everyone else moves however many routes
I
it
was
would
gonna say it
take to
goes
connect
down,
to their
yeah.
last cities.
Oh, okay.
Usually it's in the realm of 1 to 4 on average.
Yeah.
Occasionally you'll have a round where it's just all screwed up and you end up having to go like 7.
Okay.
So the first loser then identifies end of game, so whoever's at the back
Yeah.
is
there's
the winner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fairly simple mechanics.
Yep.
Yeah, like Ticket to Ride with the grid.
This is Ticket to Ride Light.
Great.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
we play this one generally.
Except that I hate Ticket to Ride.
Oh, interesting.
Ticket
Marcus
Ride,
loves
yeah.
Ticket to Ride.
Nope.
I have way
Well-
too many hours into Ticket to Ride.
Yeah, see, that was the thing. Like,
I
when we
don't-
first learned the game, it was from a family that had a lot of hours, and they had the American one. We had Europe, but, like, their son had pretty much memorized all the route cards because of how often they played it. So he was that butthead that would, like, just because he could, and he's like, oh, I know you're trying to build there. And it's like,
So that's how it's going to be, eh?
I'm not that person. No, I hate playing with that person. I'm just like,
That's how I am on PGA. So, like, I am nice. I will give people the benefit of the doubt, and I only ever... If I take something that like, screws you, it's not... My primary motivator is not to screw you.
Yeah,
It is
it's-
because I'm playing my game, and I need that to get ahead.
yeah.
Yeah.
I normally try not to be too much of a...
But as soon as you mess with me, it's
There's
it's game
strategy.
on.
Yeah, right? I'm like, I am about strategy. I will do what I think is best for me. I'll try not to screw... But sometimes it's just kind of how it
Is this a
happens.
dice? to
RNG.
choose
You,
who's-
so you put your finger on it, Marcus, and then...
This is the
I just said
best part of the
RNG and he's like, okay, got it. I know what we're doing here.
game. Uh-huh.
Who picked this thing?
All right. Yeah.
What was my first
Kind
thing again?
of-
Oh, yeah, okay.
In a conundrum. So.
Yeah, I've got to choose between...
And so when you the moment you connect your last city, you say I have all my cities connected. Otherwise, don't say beans.
Okay.
So it's like Ticket to Ride. You don't have to claim when you have finished a route
Yeah.
because nothing. It's not all connected until
yeah.
you have all 5 connected.
Right.
Okay, that's a good one.
So we don't
And-
say beans.
Yeah, that's just...
That's a new phrase. Yeah, I'm like, that's an interesting one. Is that a nifty phrase, Marcus? Oh.
I got a phrase that will make you laugh. It'll show my age. So, when we lived in Kingston, our middle daughter Janelle would have been in grade 7 or 8. It was her grade 8 year. It was her grade 8 year. And we let her have a Halloween party.
Oh, yeah.
So I made all those fun eyeball cupcakes and all those,
Yeah, oh
fun
yeah,
things,
yep.
right?
Been there.
And I sat right in the living room amongst all the kids the whole time. And I didn't say boo. I just sat there. And when it was time to leave, this one boy come up to me and he said, "You are so sick." And I went, "What?"
I know that. Cool. I said that, yeah.
Well, not in my day it didn't.
No, of course not. Yeah.
PH, not S.
And I'm like, "Oh." And Janelle goes, "Mom, it means that you're cool." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
You were cool.
Yep, that was.
Sure we go.
Oh, I thought it was going that way.
No.
Doesn't
No.
quite work in sign language, because if you're just going to go to someone and be
It
like,
always goes clockwise, too.
Yeah, I know,
even
I
with
wasn't
facial
paying-
expressions, they're still just going to be like,
No, because it's just cool,
yeah,
cool.
there's cool, there's
Okay.
cool. But like, yeah, if you're going to say,
That
sit,
helps
like, you
me
can't really do
a lot.
That
sick.
helps you decide where you
lot.
want to go,
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
depending on what somebody
Where
else
it- yeah.
chooses.
Okay, good. And because you have to connect them all, so
Well,
there's no point in having
To
to.
end the round, you need to be able to
yeah.
connect it. Yeah.
Obvious.
You don't, no point in deciding between two places if you have to get them all anyway. You can-
Yeah.
Compares to where else
But
I
if you
have to
have
go.
No,
a
I
cluster
know.
that's somewhat close, maybe, then
But you
know.
don't get points for connecting a couple. It's
No.
all or nothing. So
Right. But
Yeah.
like maybe go close to one cluster if people are already building close to your farther cities or something.
yeah,
I don't
exactly.
know.
But you want to
like
get
that.
other people to do
Yeah.
your dirty work for you.
Yeah.
I think I'd like to start here. Maybe.
Well, you're pretty much. I guess I'm gonna find somewhere else to start because that's where I was gonna start. I was gonna start somewhere on that grid. So
Yeah.
okay.
Looks like everyone's doing the central game.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna have to
I
move
guess
my
it really
game a
doesn't
little.
matter, but
You have a nice little satellite going on over there. Is
yeah,
what I see.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Just trying to think if you're starting from one end to go to the other versus starting from the middle.
It
Oh,
doesn't.
that's
I
the
mean,
same amount,
but that's
it's just-
only. But that's only if you are the one laying all of the track
True,
that
yeah,
matters.
yeah.
So if there's a bunch of people playing in the center, my thought is I'm gonna go then hang out on one of the sides because I will
One
be
day you
able
can
to
just-
connect to
yeah.
the center, and then.
Mm-hmm.
Because like if I had to get down to like Santa Fe, and I'm like, well, if I can get to this green, then it's not that far. Because these will likely get connected.
Yeah.
So I'm not going
See-
to go start near Santa Fe.
Well, yeah. I'm trying to figure out, do I start east or west? Because like I said, Marcus has gone to
And the
somewhere
fact
that's
is, it
going to
doesn't
be
matter.
Whatever Marcus does is probably going to help me.
Here's another phrase. Okay, so yeah, it doesn't matter. It's 6 of one or half a dozen of the other.
Yeah.
But she doesn't know that phrase. So
Six
she
one,
says,
one,
oh, it's
half
it's
other.
one or half a dozen of the other.
Or 6 or 2 3s.
Yeah.
And so we came
French
up
was
with
my first, like, English was my first language, but French was my first learned language. So, like, all of my grammar growing, like, I didn't learn a lot of, like, common phrases. I didn't know a lot of things. I thought for the longest time it was, I know it like the back of my head. Because,
Were you French immersion?
Yeah.
In school? Okay.
Right. So, like, I didn't learn a lot of English colloquialisms properly as a kid because it wasn't so, like, but my parents don't speak French or anything. It's just what I did for
I guess
school.
that phrase would work if you didn't know it at all, or like
Yeah,
you've
I'm
never
like
seen
that's
it
what
before.
it.
I
Like
know
that's
the back of my
that's
head.
how I
I've seen it
hear
before.
it, right? Like that's how I heard it. Right?
Oh,
I never
like it's like
understood.
the misheard story, misheard
lyrics.
lyrics. and
So like
songs.
now for me, I'm like it's one of this or one of the other.
No, we
Or it's
come,
like,
we come up with it's one half. Half of one or one half of the other.
Yeah,
or
that's
something
how
like
I've changed
that.
it.
Yeah.
I'm like it's one half or half. Of,
One half or half of one.
yeah, but it's
Yeah.
just because I'm just like. Yeah.
Okay. East or west.
Okay.
Remember, where you choose is which side of the war you're on.
What is this? 1812. Okay.
Yeah, which game is that? Risk? I don't know. I don't know games as well
Okay.
as I should.
Okay.
Which game has a
I'm
war in the
gonna-
US?
Go here, I guess.
And-
No,
right,
because
that's
I
the
took a
single-
double path
yes.
over the river, so. Literally the only reason I chose the west, I think, over the east is because it's here.
Yeah.
Like, I'm here.
Yeah.
Shoot. Decisions.
Yeah. Oh, you can start on a city. Okay.
Yeah, you can start anywhere you want.
Right, yeah, as long as it's, I guess, along the path.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna start in Mexico this time.
Go for it.
There's no lines there, Mark.
Yeah, free range.
I just need to just figure out like which direction do I want to start going.
It's the fastest if you go this way, then you come back.
Yeah, I wish it worked like that.
Yeah, it's not pandemic, Marcus. You can't just like hop around.
You want to talk? Oh my word!
So, we played
How many
that.
times?
Yeah.
We played that a month
Yeah.
before we got hit.
So it's your fault.
No, it's Tim and Michelle's fault
Yeah.
because we played it at their house.
And I was like, "Don't you ever ask me to play that game again."
My parents bought it, oddly enough, when my mom dropped me off in Winnipeg, like when I moved here like 7 years ago now. Like, it was a game they'd heard about, like they were getting really into games, and people were like, it's a great one, it's different because it's cooperative, like you might
I couldn't
change
get
up,
into it.
right?
Co-ops.
Huh?
I couldn't get into it.
You know,
What's
right?
that?
Like, because my family's very
Pandemic?
competitive, but,
Yeah.
you know, like, let's try to maybe not be so competitive. Let's try to... It wasn't for my parents. They gave it to me. They're like, maybe you'll have more friends that are interested in it. And we haven't really found people to play it. But Travis from church, like Lehman, he loves that game.
Yeah.
It's not Marcus's favorite. I don't mind it. I'm okay with the
If
strategy
I'm gonna
of it,
play a
but, like,
co-op, there's other co-ops that I would rather
Yeah.
play.
It's a
Yeah.
fun game in the sense that you can learn to get good at it.
Yeah, but it is like, it's...
But once you've played it a couple times well,
Yeah.
then it's like, well,
Well, it's funny. I went to the
Whatever.
bathroom because Travis was over actually this afternoon, and we finished watching a movie. So like, oh, let's play a game before we have to head out. And
of course he recommends Pandemic.
like I'm upstairs because I'm going to the bathroom. He's like, you want to play Pandemic? And Mark's like, no, I think we need something shorter. Because if Travis had his way, we would be playing Pandemic every single time he came.
But
over.
that, I mean, just to think of the number of
You know.
people you work with over
Yeah.
over the time, that once there's something that they understand, it's
Oh, yeah.
very
Well, for
good
sure.
to
No, of
stick
course.
with.
Yeah.
Who do you know?
Well, of course, yeah.
That's
And
the
he
key.
almost is always the same character as well because he's like, I know how this character works, and I get that.
But the game
yeah.
we played, we actually played 3 rounds and we each won once. And
What did you guys end up playing?
Saboteur.
Okay,
And I was the Saboteur each time.
nice.
Mike and Katie have introduced us to a lot
To
of
the world
games,
of games.
and I'm telling you,
Yeah, and it's cost me money.
that's exactly what I was going to say.
Trust me, getting into board games
Yeah.
is expensive. It's inexpensive, but it's such a fun
But
hobby.
they're ones that we definitely wouldn't put the money out if we didn't like them.
Well, that's because
Yeah,
like when
you
I
have to
bring
play
the,
test them first.
Yeah,
before
'cause
you
I
buy
bring
them.
Which is why the,
What's funny
the
is that-
board game cafe is great.
that's why I picked up
$12.
Azul, the original one, the
Yeah.
day it came out. I was randomly walking through a board game store waiting for a gymnastics meet to start. And then I bought it on a whim, and I'm like, every day, I'm like, so glad that I bought
we-
that game.
Yeah, you and I have played that one and that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's better than I thought it would be.
I like it.
Yeah.
So
But we bought 2 copies.
we bought the, was it?
Original and then
Original
Summer
and-
Pavilion.
Yeah.
So they haven't played Stained Glass of Centra, which is the second one. The fourth one
Interesting
hasn't
strategy.
quite come out yet.
Well, because on my last turn I couldn't build this single
Yeah.
and then
I'm
the
sure,
double,
I'm sure
so
you
now
have to
I
go
have
north.
to
It's no
like,
problem. I'm just like, it's, again, 6 of 1.
Again, yeah.
It's too
Because I'd
either
already
way.
played a single route, I can't then take a double.
What happens when you run out of these? Or
You
does
don't.
that
There's
happen?
just enough on the
There's
table.
always
There's-
enough?
yeah.
Yeah, we just share them amongst each other if we need them.
Yeah, like
We haven't had a
it's
game where we've
guaranteed.
ever run out.
Yeah, okay. Obviously, they invent it. So
In such a way that you shouldn't, yeah. If for some reason that did happen, that'd be very strange, I feel like. I feel like you'd have to be playing with people who just don't really missed or like didn't read their card and like to be able to run out.
Yeah.
do it. Yeah, I guess, but
Because you got to get to the West Coast anyway.
it's fastest to.
Well, it depends on where he has to get on the West Coast. Because if he has to go to like LA, he's faster to go through Santa Fe.
You know what? I'm gonna do this and this.
You know,
Okay.
selfish.
So that's how it's going to be, eh?
Well, you're being selfish, but I'm going to share in your wealth.
Yeah, well, I don't need you.
Yeah, well, that doesn't matter. I might need you. I do need you. What are you realizing?
Just the mountains. The way they work. There is a fastest way through the mountains.
Yes,
And I found it.
but it all depends on where you're going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, he's found it, and now I'm just like, yeah, it's gonna take my brain too long to get there.
Where did you go?
Heading towards
straight
Houston.
down to Houston. So
Going
you
to
know
the
I'm
Big
clearly
D.
not hitting down,
Yeah.
or I would have.
Yeah, I didn't figure it was necessary to tell you don't go through a city if you don't have it.
Yeah.
Kind of like
Because then that helps someone else out.
Good. I'm glad
Yeah.
Mike and I can really work together. Like,
well, the quirk.
see, I was between going north to Kevin or going south to Houston, but I was like, no one's going to Houston yet, so maybe I should do that.
Yeah.
And there's so many of us that chances are somebody's going to almost everywhere.
Well, yeah, everyone's you're gonna get close to most of the cities when you're playing when you're playing with the full 6 players.
But it does look like we've kind of set ourselves up for the war. Be on each side.
So
Not anymore.
now we are all connected.
Everyone's connected, so now it's a race to
Correct.
pretty much who can get to their endpoints the fastest now. Oh, you have to get to... Well, maybe you're at Portland. Maybe Portland's the end for you, but feels like you might have to go all the way to Seattle, which would suck. Hold on.
Remember where you're going.
I am... I'm like, I know, but I'm like, I'm pregnant, so I'm probably forgetting.
Yeah.
I forget simple things sometimes now.
We should tell her about our story about
Hang
when
on,
I
I
was
think I might
pregnant
have
with
it
Brittany.
F me. That's not Chicago. That's
Or
Sacramento.
Sacramento, Dallas, OKC, Chicago, Washington.
You're a jerk.
F me.
Oh,
Man.
no.
So it's the number of trains or the number of...
No, the number on
Track
track.
until your city.
Kill your city. 1, 2.
So,
And I like games like Colt Express, but
You
everybody
go first?
knows your role.
Yes,
and
but
all
I'm
that, like,
got to figure
that
out.
one has more
I haven't played
strategy.
Colt Express in a long time.
I enjoyed it, but
Colt Express or Cult Express?
Colt.
Oh, like
the one
Like,
with the 3D
it's-
train and like you move.
It's a
and you have to
Western.
collect.
It's on BGA.
Yes, it is. Yeah. Though if you're gonna play it on BJ, you have to make sure you're like focused on the game, like the way you are in real life too. Because like,
Yeah,
but I forget sometimes. And I'll get distracted. I'm like,
there.
oh, I don't know what card they played. Oh,
Where's this?
really
it is
don't
a
like
game
my
where you
cities
really
this
have
time.
to pay.
You
attention to everyone
understand
else.
the rules of the game, though. You are supposed to complain about who dealt this crap to you.
Yeah, who
Okay.
did deal this crap?
Okay.
Oh boy.
Because certain cities are a straight shoot, right? But some
Yeah.
are just real obscure,
Okay.
obtuse.
And it almost sucks to have to put your piece down first.
Oh,
Or like
yes.
be the earlier half of the
Oh,
circle.
yes, it does.
Like being near the end, I was like, that kind of actually helps.
Yep.
So... Oh, boy.
Okay.
What
Well,
is
then I
the-
think
What am I going to do?
that's
Okay, I
the
have to get there
only
and
one
there.
that's going to be.
And that has to be there. Why those? Oh. Can someone else take care of that one?
I'm hoping somebody else does. I'm like,
They
I think
might.
I'm just going to stick to where I want to start and hope somebody else is going to take care of the rest.
What in the world? It's a game of triangles, but my triangles are all technically triangles.
Can I build this way?
Exactly.
I'm going to dissect.
Okay. I think the fastest way through is there, so I'm gonna just go with...
There's a Europe version of this too, but I haven't seen it in forever.
Okay, I think I've got it. I think I've got my spot.
Okay.
I don't know how I'm gonna get to that city, but
Yeah. Oh, starting way over in Boston.
Yep.
balls.
Okay. Boston. Oh, right. We were watching Smosh. I was like, what were we watching recently where they used a Boston accent but pretended they were from it?
Sacramento.
Yeah, they were making a joke of like,
Yeah.
I'm from Sacramento. Hey, you want to have this?
What's up in here? Yeah, that's what it was.
What did we watch where they were mismatching accents? Yes,
Wow.
that's what it was.
Well.
Boston is definitely one that is very, very noticeable.
Yes, yeah.
All right.
So recently we discovered that you on the Roku channel you can like access like old like all sorts of stuff, and they have a whole channel dedicated to old reruns of This Old House.
There's two This Old House channels.
Yeah.
There's This Old
Interesting.
House Classic,
Yeah.
and then there's the This Old House
Yeah.
more contemporary.
And it's so satisfying to watch like Norm Abram back in the day, and you know.
One of my best friends is from Tennessee. I get talking to her, and within a few minutes, y'all comes out of my mouth a whole lot.
I like my brain does really good with dialects, and like I can pick up like in languages. Like I'm wired that way, and so like when I did out of town with like my first year of college, I did like discipleship,
Yeah,
and so
can
like
you just,
we
yeah, thank
were
you.
in Burkina Faso for 5 weeks, and so like obviously they have very different French accents, and my friends are like by week 2 they're like,
Wasn't that the
you're
place that
talking like
defrauded my
from
credit
now. I'm
card?
like, am I? They're like, yeah, your French sounds like
that?
they're French now.
Burkina
Like,
Faso. I
but,
think
like,
so.
Yeah, I went to Burkina Faso.
No, I'm pretty sure that's one of the places where somebody like defrauded one of my credit cards.
Oh, that's fun. Sorry, it's my turn?
Yeah.
Okay. But no, I actually really enjoyed being there, but it was one of those. But yeah, they're like, you've already picked up the accent, or like with learning a few words of Korean for Virginia, like Mackenzie could say it once, and she's like, okay, you say it. She's like, oh, you got it. I'm like,
Where else?
my mom's like, I've always had a knack for accents and languages. I don't know why.
Not too bad at impersonations either.
I think one accent
Some.
that I
There's
have
some
a
are-
hard time is very thick Irish accents. I have a hard time.
It's hard, yeah.
Yeah.
Or even, yeah, like Irish, Scottish, Welsh especially can get really. But
Yeah.
even like long term, like even Newfoundland. Like if they've been in like true, like
True Newfies.
born and raised Newfies are like.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry, was that English?
Yeah.
That's apparently
And
born in
Acadian
Scotland,
Acadian
too.
French is like
Oh, yeah.
it's half English.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, oh.
Yep.
I guess I'll do that.
You gonna head to the northeast with the rest of us?
I'll join you. I'll join your cult. That's what all the cults are, right? I don't know.
Sure. There's
cults
quite
are-
they're right here actually, but
Here, yes, that's right. Yeah.
well, no, there's that one too. But like northern Idaho,
This is the
Ruby Ridge.
this is the Mecca,
You know what?
right?
I'm not going to be helpful. I'm going to go around Los Angeles. I just realized I could do it that way instead, and yeah.
Did you play?
Yes, I did. I went around LA to get to San Diego.
Nope, I took out one more. Just trying to decide where I want to go.
I am competitive.
What sucks is I only have one single piece, and that's not
Uh-huh.
going to get me further west.
I mean, you could start heading this way if you want to connect to Black, who will eventually be close to Green, which would then get you into the south. Mm-hmm. Which is the most roundabout. But that's how Amtrak does it, so.
Yeah.
I suppose that's as good a spot as any.
Yeah, when I look at train routes sometimes, because I think about maybe taking the train instead to places, it takes longer, but it's like it's comfortable. You know, if you get the right stuff. But it's
I love
so expensive now.
Yeah.
Oh my word.
I used to take the train every
Well, it's
year.
cheaper in Ontario and like Quebec because they have a lot more like just commuting train, but like doing the Pan Pacific or whatever, like
Yeah.
it's so expensive. But like I want to do it again someday. So I'm like, it is just a very unique experience, but like they give you the bare minimum for like. It feels like they're gouging you a little. I'm like, it might, because I'm like, sometimes I'm wondering, like, maybe it would be cheaper to take the train and spend a couple extra days than it is to fly. I'm like, surprisingly not.
From Olympia, where I'm from,
Yeah.
to Portland, I can ride the Amtrak for $20 each
Oh, yeah.
direction.
Well, and
but
it's
it costs
like
me $20, and it's 2.5 hours on the train or 2 hours by car.
Yeah.
So I'll happily get on an Amtrak.
Well, of course.
Get dropped off downtown.
And I mean,
Portland.
that's the
Could
way
you
it
put
is
that-
in like,
Connect 'em?
like between Ontario and Quebec. That's the way it is. You can spend you can get a youth pass for like $40 a month, take the train nonstop between Montreal to like all that area because it's so like densely populated. But the rest of Canada, it's like, oh, you want to take the train to like Vancouver? That's going to cost you $700, and that doesn't include a sleeper car. That doesn't include like your
Food
food.
or
Like
anything,
it's like here's your seat, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah, but like West Coast is nice. They're actually
Well, yeah.
intending to build a fast train up the West Coast now.
yeah.
Whose turn is it?
It's mine. That Missouri
I
River.
just made a bomb. Homemade soup.
Oh, this wasn't a confession.
But get this, This couple here, Alex
Hi.
and Marcus, they're from our church.
Yes.
He's the same age as Brittany, and she's the same age as you.
That's
Yep.
funny.
Yep. Okay. You're cramping my style. Like,
Mom,
yeah.
I'm trying to brag about
Okay, brag.
Okay, I just made a really, really good homemade soup, like from scratch. I did a potato soup with like onions, broccoli, and cauliflower, and like a bunch of like spices and stuff, and it was so good.
Good. Mama,
And then
Mama taught you
we-
something right.
Well, we have so much extra. I'm like, there's no way we're gonna eat this all. And one of my clients today was like, "Oh, what are you eating for supper?" And I said what I was making. She's like, "Oh, you have to bring me some." So I'm gonna bring her some. But I have another client that I didn't even think about.
you can make another.
So he had told me he's never had tacos.
You can connect the other side over there if you want to just then connect
No.
everyone out to the whole board.
Well, no, the thing is, like,
It
And
doesn't get
I
you.
want to get to Denver, but I also still need to get like to other places. So I'm like,
Cooperation
Cool.
is not rewarded.
Like,
in
oh
this
yeah,
game.
he's gonna love that.
no, I know, but I'm like, I need
Okay.
to connect to everything else.
I love
so, like,
ya.
Just going straight.
I
to
love you,
Denver
but you're cramping my style.
doesn't help
Okay,
connecting to the
goodbye.
rest of the track. So I have to use 2 pieces to be able to connect with everyone, but still get to where I need to go.
3 out of 6 of my kids have messaged me since we've been sitting here.
Wow.
My mom would be jealous.
Okay.
All right, is it going to get to my turn before everyone's done?
I don't know, but everyone's connected now, so here we go.
Well, there's only one green city connected, so you know everyone has to get out to the West
Okay,
Coast.
good.
So-
I'm not done.
I
So
know.
that's your usually
I'm
your trigger
counting.
is only 2
Well,
orange
count on
cities
your
have been
own
touched,
time.
so you know not everyone is there yet.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, only 2 orange cities are reached and only 1 green city, so you know there's still time.
I'm going to brag. I think I've connected 1 city.
Dude,
That is Brody? Okay, that's what I
he's
figured.
got
I'm
his
like,
he's got his head between Kevin's legs.
I thought it was
I
Brody,
know,
but
buddy,
a
but
small part of me is like,
listen.
is that the sound Kevin makes when he's thinking?
Steam.
Okay, whose turn is it?
Yours now.
Well, thank you.
Because it was just such
About
a
time.
smooth sound. I'm like, dogs
Yeah.
normally have a bit of more gravel to their,
It's usually a bit.
yeah, little.
Not a-
Brody's made
Smooth.
more noise today than I've heard him make in a while.
All right. So, oh, did you finish?
Yep.
Okay. All right. There. Now I've connected 2 more cities. Slide those over. Whatever they were. I don't remember.
Yeah, you have
Marcus
some.
doesn't hide his strategy there.
Who cares?
Yeah.
I mean, it's obvious when I connect a city, it's
Well,
the
yeah,
city
yeah.
that I need.
These.
Now I'm just hooped on my other city, but
All I know is at this point we're all connected. So I don't even have to.
That's a good move. Okay. I'll make sure I do that.
Thing is that no matter how I slice it, it's 3 turns.
And then I only had one left,
Unless
and then I was like,
somebody
"Oh,
else-
I haven't actually built there yet." Okay.
It's important to check.
Double check.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I'm looking through my cards. I'm like, I think. Nope.
Okay, that one. will be
Nope. I still have to do that.
Okay, go ahead. Do it.
Yeah. There we go. Before I forget again and think I'm ahead.
That's funny.
Okay.
Put them on your
I'm
lap.
out.
Oh!
You're a jerk.
Hey,
Well,
that's-
I'm glad I decided Phoenix.
I had
I'm
to
not
get to
dead yet.
Sacramento.
Unless I
Oh,
am.
okay, never mind. Yeah.
One,
Hmm?
two,
For some
So
reason.
I had to get to Sacramento,
Yeah.
three,
Memphis,
4, 5.
Omaha,
Mm-hmm.
Cincy,
Mm-hmm.
NYC.
Nice.
I'm,
For some reason, I thought I had Sacramento, but I
4,
did not. San
5.
Francisco.
Yeah.
I have 2 left.
Literacy.
I have 2 left,
it was.
and I'm only 1, 2, 3 away.
Oh.
So I'm
okay.
not dead. I'm red.
So
I'm
okay.
not dead, I'm red.
Green. Who's green?
Kelly's green.
Where you
No,
have
I'm
to
not.
get
I'm
to?
yellow. No, I'm
No,
not.
I'm
I'm
yellow.
green.
You're green.
I'm green.
I'm yellow and I know this.
I'm green. I know that.
Where do you need
Okay.
to get to?
Green,
I
alright.
still need to go to Portland.
Not happening.
4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
It's 4 either way you slice it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wouldn't it be
And
3?
1, 2.
Just read your
If
card.
you can speak
Yes.
English,
Okay, so
I
3.
might let you
Sorry.
have it.
Santa Fe.
What can you say?
3, 4, 5,
6.
6. Yeah.
Brody.
Yep, so
Can you
6
say
total.
please?
Wouldn't it? Oh,
Well, because
It's
either
3
double.
up here and 3 down there.
Yeah.
yeah.
'Cause you
Okay.
can go-
Right.
Mhm.
And
2.
then Duluth.
8.
Yeah.
Mm.
Kelly's off.
Oh no.
Black.
That's me. 5.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah,
5,
I had
5.
El Paso
White.
and me
That's me.
for
And
2.
El Papazo.
Blue.
I just had one to San Fran.
Oh my god.
1 to San Fran. Michael wins.
I'm glad I chose to do Phoenix on my turn. So I was like, I wasn't gonna quite make it to Charleston.
You looked at that game at
What's up?
At game night.
the game night. Yeah, they wanted 21.99.
Love you.
Yeah, I want to say I paid like $10 a pack, but I bought them in the US. So
Yeah.
Well, I bought Gloom on sale
Thank
once because like
you.
I like that game. It's more of a story. Like it's meant to be like a bit of a storytelling game, but it's also just like the whole game is like you start with
It's
like a
basically-
family in front of you,
It's like the heck with you, pal. You
and
wouldn't
you have,
even
like,
give me the
basically
time of
just,
day
like-
over there.
modifier cards in your hand and action cards. And the whole point is to like.
I haven't
make your
even
family
introduced you guys to
extremely
our new
miserable
friends here.
with the modifiers, and there's like little
That's
story
Alex.
points on them.
And that's
That's
Marcus.
why it's supposed to be like more of like
sorry, I picked somebody's
That
get a
was
story kind of thing to like really play it up. You don't have to, but then like
All right. What time is it?
It's 20 after 12.
Oh my word.
We've never gone like we did 3-4 weeks ago. It was like 11:30, and like on New Year's Eve. But on a Saturday, normally like 10 o'clock we're done.
Yeah. But we had fun. It was.
We did.
It was
We ended
awesome.
up playing the Mexican trains, and we played through the whole set. So
Yeah.
and that takes 3 hours. Like because we started, I think at like 8:30,
I have no
8
idea.
o'clock. So
I lost track of time.
but it was good.
Yep.
And I mean, it was just non-stop talk and
Laughing and
laughing
giggling.
through the
Yep.
whole game. So
But Mr. Brody is definitely tired.
yeah, we're
So.
talking about you.
Want to say night night?
Oh, so boy.
Brody, say night night.
Say night night.
Yeah. All right. We'll see you on the next video.
Bye.
Bye.